joining us again and for sharing with us about what's happening. And I'd like to ask, what is the focus of Christian Aid's work in Zimbabwe at the moment?
So Christian Aid is working on climate adaptation and resilience for both urban and rural populations, targeting the most vulnerable. The BRACT program is so valuable because it has been improving the livelihoods so far of over 27,000 smallholder farmers, and women have been the biggest beneficiary, also including the youth. The approach layers, different interventions at the agricultural level. We are working on strengthening agricultural production, climate smart agriculture. We are also working on skills development, especially for the youth.
We adopted conservation agriculture, and we managed to ensure that they grow small grain crops that are resilient. And in Zimbabwe, our rainfall season is cut short by the dry spell. So because of that, we then encouraged communities to be able to grow small grain crops, and that helped a lot in terms of their harvest. We also encouraged them to then be able to grow the feeds for the livestock. They managed to produce small livestock, and they also managed to produce the feeds. And that helped them to then be able to feed the animals when we don't have the grazing lands and the grass is dry. And in terms of the soil protection, we also managed to ensure that they adopted mulching, covering the soils, and be able to also protect the land in terms of the waters. We managed to also come up with income generating projects, and they managed to produce some products on agriculture, the vocational training skills. They also managed to start producing the rural farm products to sustain them, because if you depend on agriculture throughout the year, that may not be sustainable. So we then managed to train those, and they were able to produce furniture, leather products, and then they managed to sustain throughout the years. So those are some of the interventions we managed to work with the communities.
We are also working on facilitating market linkages, both the local market and also the export market for some of our farmer producer groups, so that they are able to export their produce after adding value. Christian Aid also intervenes for humanitarian response to the different crises that the country, faces from time to time, like the El Nino drought that we are going through, and also other crises like diseases. Zimbabwe has been grappling a long-standing cholera outbreak, which has gone for over a year now. So Christian Aid also does a lot of humanitarian response. We also work a lot in addressing gender equality, addressing gender-based violence, promoting, the involvement of faith leaders in reducing gender-based violence, and also responding and offering support. We, heavily involve the communities in coming up with solutions to the crisis that they may be facing.